Just for here, I'm going back to a new Phineas and Ferb Season 5 review. And if y'all didn't see the last one, go and check it out. And we're back with the next episode. Two, but like I said, they're combined into two episodes combined in one, obviously, since they're pairs. And yeah, start with another good one. And it starts with Isabella, Baljeet, and Buford just in the backyard, and they see this button and holograms of Phineas and Ferb, and they're not there at the moment because they're with their mom, but they can go ahead and build something for when they get back. And yeah, Baljeet already got some blueprints for what they can do, and yeah, wondering where the off switch is and wondering where Perry is, and yeah, it goes into this open mine shaft, and yeah, Monogram talking about very gross DNAs, which yeah, he said to go on an empty stomach, and yeah, they're just trying to build in the backyard, and yeah, not cooperating, needing their own space to build and put on these shirts. And yeah, we see them trying to get on some ideas together, and yeah, Buford just relaxing, and Candace just wondering if she should bust or not to bust, because considering that it is Isabella, Baljeet, and Buford, but she puts on two more binoculars on the two already. And yeah, Perry gets to Doofenshmirtz's and sees this gross stuff on the ground and everywhere else, and is trapped in this bug cage, zapper cage. And yeah, Doofenshmirtz comes out very disgustingly as a moth. And yeah, Perry even, like, he's gonna puke in the sighting of Doofenshmirtz as a moth. And sowing this ray, which him thinking, just the sight of him, though, I can just say. And yeah, he didn't even think of how hideous he looked. And then he gets the idea of what about turning everybody else into moths. And yeah, having this chart as well, which is pretty funny. And yeah, Perry getting these two cords and getting out, which then his hat gets eaten. And Monogram tells Perry that he needs to get a new hat because of this microchip that was inside of it. So yeah, he escapes, and Candace calls Phineas, telling to come back to the house, and Mom as well. And yeah, Perry gets to this hat shop and gets attacked, but when it scans it's Perry, this guy is so happy to meet Perry, and yeah, he's like, oh, I see you found a trap door. And they're not so sure about what they created, Baljeet, Buford, and Isabella, and they're wondering if we can combine it together. And yeah, Perry trying to sew the fedora, obviously, but we get the song of different other hats, which is a pretty good song as well. Yeah, a really good song, and a lot of cool hats too, I would definitely say. And yeah, after the song, we see Doofenshmirtz, which of course it had the fedora that he ate had a chip in it and led him down here. And now he's eating all of the other hats, and Perry's trying to get him and jumps on top of him and uses this giraffe hat and this time hat, which goes straight to Doofenshmirtz's, leaving Doofenshmirtz with that hat seller. And yeah, they combined the stuff together, their inventions together, and putting a tarp over it, which then they hear Phineas and their mom arriving, and yeah, very gross with his mouth, Doofenshmirtz's mouth. And yeah, the time hat gives him a gun, and they shoot it, but it goes into space and turning whatever the thing was supposed to be into a moth, and it flies away. And of course, yeah, it's not there, and both Isabella and Candace are like, but yeah, Isabella being in Candace's shoes. And yeah, they shoot Doofenshmirtz and turning him back into a human. And yeah, him getting this hat and getting blasted off. And yeah, the hat seller giving him a fedora and packing the whole place into a little tiny helicopter car, which is really cool. And yeah, Doofenshmirtz is eating sock cereal, and he's like, "Oh, why did I think this would taste good?" Then we go to the next one of this review, and it's another good one. And it starts with Phineas and Ferb upside down rating, and they're wondering where Baljeet is, and he's like, "What, do you think I have a schedule for when he shows up?" And yeah, he actually does. Buford actually does have a book, and showing that apparently he's just late, and then he comes and saying that he needs help, and that he's gonna have a part on this movie, of what it seems, and how he saw the creator and the director of this movie, and they need help for him to fit into the role. And yeah, Candace is actually listening to Zach and the Lumberjacks from Milo Murphy's Law. Yeah, she actually puts on Zach and the Lumberjacks, which I love that little reference to Milo Murphy's Law. And yeah, of course, she doesn't hear anything while their construction is in the background. And yeah, they're getting everything together for the set, which this is going to look cool, I can just say. And yeah, of course, Buford having this film as camera. And yeah, Perry accidentally breaks this glass, which of course Candace doesn't hear it, and buys another cup, which yeah, this guy comes over to deliver it, and of course Candace still not hearing, which he puts it in there as a replacement and goes down. And yeah, Monogram telling Perry about Doofenshmirtz going against his brother Roger again, which having to stop Doofenshmirtz. And yeah, Perry gets caught by Doofenshmirtz with all these cameras and this light, and gets rolled up in this rug, and saying of how yeah, having this weird paper mache version of Doofenshmirtz, and how he used to be the unrecognizable person of the tri-state area, and he's gonna fix that, which yeah, changing his face, or showing this ray which changes his face. And yeah, of course, I feel like Baljeet doesn't really know what acting is exactly, because yeah, he's pointing out all the small details when it comes to just a set. Like, of course, none of it is real, of course, but he's like pointing out all the obvious things, which we get a song about it too, which is pretty funny, I would say. But yeah, of course, he's just pointing out all the different obvious facts that, of course, none of it seems real for him to play along with. And they end up on Candace's bed. Like, they somehow got Candace's actual bed downstairs and outside, especially without her noticing. And then they see this creature, which, yeah, manages to stop it very easily. And Buford messing up and turning it into 11, turning the setting up to 11 instead of 7. And it's going haywire of what it seems. And eats this guy that was delivering coffee to Buford. And yeah, they're getting chased. And Doofenshmirtz pointing the machine at Roger, which accidentally shoots this girl on this poster instead. And them hiding from the monster. And yeah, the ray hits Ferb. And yeah, they of course don't recognize him. Think it's some other kid. And yeah, the monster finds them. And yeah, we see the director of the film and of how cool the set is. And they're putting on the traps, like this rope, which, yeah, Buford trips and is about to get him. And Baljeet comes over and stops it, which then Candace can hear, like, what is that noise? And looks outside, all shocked, and calls her mom, which, yeah, Linda just puts down her phone like she's not doing this. She's like, I'm not doing this, when Candace is calling. And then, yeah, the statue gets messed up with it seems. But no, everybody is liking it. And yeah, of course, destroys the machine. And yeah, of course, that was all acting. It going haywire was all acting just to make it feel real, a real situation to Baljeet. And yeah, the director comes, and of course, she absolutely loved it. But of course, she actually wasn't going to hire Baljeet to actually play a role. She just needed somebody extra because she saw him in the background. But yeah, of course, he all done all that for nothing. And yeah, Doofenshmirtz accidentally shoots the ray, but ends up getting Ferb back to normal, though. And of course, Candace wanting her mom to come out. And of course, it's getting taken away. And when she sees, yeah, it's not there. Yeah. But yeah, another good episodes. I'd like to know what y'all think. Let me know. See you next one.